And good evening once again, fans. You're listening to the Deathmatch Wrestling Podcast. They're more than welcome to come on, too, anytime they want to come on.
Oh, man, those girls pop good like.
All right. It's a budget thing. Let's see what he's up to.
Thank you, man, and thank you for giving me the time.
Tune in right now. Hey, fans, right now, you know what? On the line, we had some technical difficulties, but we're going to go through. It's going to be an audio podcast. We're going to have a video one down the line, so stay tuned for that. My guest at this time, Indy Deathmatch wrestler and Horror Slam, Mr. Horror Slam himself. I would fucking call it Mr. Horror Slam, man. You know, Breyer Wellington, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I love the introduction.
I didn't know what to say. I was going to say king of the death matches too, but there's so many guys.
Not yet.
No.
Don't bestow that honor on me. I don't want to offend anybody. It's like I feel like the kings are like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, we know who the kings are. There's only
like I'm not there yet.
No,
you know I'm just kind of dabbling in it, and it's like it's an experience. You know, like I've told guys before. Mm-hmm. All my career,
but you know what? We know who one guy really would have been a king, and he still is. We lost him. Danny fucking Havoc. Come on.
Oh my God! Dude. Yes, he was an inspiration, and I'm actually glad you brought him up,
dude. Yeah,
and it was like it's like I don't mean to cut you off, but it's like it's a story I didn't want to I didn't know how to share it with anybody, and I'm glad I have you on. And it was like weird. It's like the weirdest connection ever. Like Danny took my best friend to see the Rocky statue in Philadelphia.
Right.
He was cool as fuck with my boys, dude. Like straight up like Necro, like Dylan, Dylan Summers. Yeah. Like dude, he's like just a connection through friends, like Schlack, I think used to hang out. He was saying he hung out with them in town. Mm-hmm. And it was like kind of cool. I started kind of studying this kid, and like I've been in wrestling probably maybe a year or two, maybe 3 years longer than this guy. And it was kind of weird that a guy like that could inspire a professional wrestler. Like, dude, I'm a traditionalist. Like, it's so weird. Like, the change in my guard, but it's not a change in my guard. I can do whatever style. Yeah. I just had to wake up, get my shit in gear, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like the comedy, I can do comedy. I can do, I can do the strong style. I have a shoot background, man. I fought in Japan, brother, for 2 fights. I was asked to stay and I turned it down. I turned it down to be a professional wrestler. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you that Danny Havoc was an inspiration,
dude. He really it was like if you look back at the times when he first started and then made it to Japan. He wrestled in Japan and people really, he got noticed like early on his career. Like shit.
Yeah,
and then he got to go again. For his final.
Yeah, it was like he's having his moment. It's like that's the thing I think I'm chasing right now. Is like I feel like I've had those moments. Like I had one with Chris Candido. Mm-hmm. It was just amazing. I had Missy Hyde as my manager, and Tammy sits in his corner. We go to a draw in front of an all-pro fucking insane clown posse crowd. It was like unreal. I've told the story before, but I don't want to. I'll talk about Danny Havoc real quick because I really want to say this. It was like he inspired me, and I was like thinking of all these crazy ideas in my head that were possible. And I was talking. I think it was the guys from the Murder Death Kill Club. Mm-hmm. And I said, hey man, there's like these guys like Matt and these guys and Danny, and I watched that Vices and it just like inspired me. Like Alex Colon too, man. I gotta put him over, dude. That guy right
fucking
there.
Alex is the man too. Shout out to that guy.
Dude, he's a stud. Schlack is too. Jimmy Lloyd's got all these guys like they started inspiring me, man. I went to the NJI, the Nick Gage Invitational in Chicago. Was so inspired, Mm-hmm. But back to Danny, it was like I was so regretful of not reaching out to him. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe the pandemic did cause that. So it was like the anger even involved in that. It was like this stuff got in my way. It held up things that I wanted. It was like either sit down and be depressed about it or make something happen. And I'm going to make something happen. Mm-hmm. And I swear to God, like that guy was like a straight up inspiration.
He was.
I regret not reaching out to him and just saying the word like, dude, like you're fucking the man, dude. Like I'm telling you, that kid, it was an inspiration. Like he had the shit down. Like I think he was like a building block. Like dude. I always say that the stadium deathmatch show would be amazing in America.
I remember.
Because
I remember
it's something that can happen.
I'll tell you what was really a cool moment for me with him was actually at Game Changer Wrestling, GCW show, my hometown. Right, we're all out in the parking lot having a beer, drinking, and promoter Loudy was with me, and my other friend was with me.
Oh yeah,
and
being real,
he had a piece of paper with him. He had the diagrams. Yeah. He had the diagram, all the contraptions. All the stuff that he would build. Holy shit.
He knew his art, dude.
He was a fucking...
It's amazing.
It really was. Okay. And then they showed up. I'm sure you saw that. They posted pictures of the paperwork. Matt showed it. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Matt had some paper, some of the diagrams, and I think it was like Ricochet and Page. They were amazing. I'm like, somebody's got to make something, man. Like, carry on that legacy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind, even an honorary deathmatch tournament. I just don't want to take anybody's, that's probably for Matt or Brett to do. I feel like,
right.
And maybe I'd probably go for Necro for sure. I'd love. We had an idea. We're gonna do a choose deathmatch tournament. Like it's so good.
Oh yeah.
Dylan's like one of my inspirations for all this. He's one of my best friends in wrestling.
He's a great guy. He's a great.
I don't talk as much.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, you just know there's this connection. And it's all my career. We were two different wrestlers, man. It was amazing, but it always worked. And we were always always hanging out on the road, we were always meeting in the middle. Mm-hmm. But you know what I mean? He's just one of those inspirations, just like Danny was, just like those GCW guys.
Yeah, everybody. We just fucking everybody's doing good, which is really, But now, man, I'm seeing some stuff online. You got some shows you want to push here. And we want to talk about a fundraiser also you were telling me about as well.
Oh, man. Yeah, this one's dude, I'm telling you, it's I'm just really emotionally driven as it is, as far as what I'm going to do in wrestling, I am ready. I'm training 3 times a day. My old lady's we're arguing over me training too much.
You know what? Hey, you know what? It drives you crazy. You can't, how they say, the gyms are closed. Yeah. But you know what? You guys could still go outside, and I'm seeing people lifting out.
I'm using my crazy. I'm training 6 times a day. I know training. I'm a wrestling, amateur wrestler too. I know how to do certain things, and I'm making myself better. You know what I mean? I'm using my crazy to just make myself stronger. It's motivation. But this show, the Saturday show, man, it's something special. This is man, it inspired me. I have a 6-year-old son, man. I don't know what I would do if I found out he had cancer. It would break my heart. This one just grabbed me. I was in tears. I was hearing this.
How old is he? How old is
the kid? A tumor in his head. 6 years old.
Wow.
And he's fighting. Yeah, he's fighting right now, man. This kid is fighting right as we speak. We just found out a little bit ago. They tried to take the breathing tube out. He's not breathing very good, so they had to put it back in. And then he's got a long road ahead of him. He has chemo. His father, Aaron O'Ryan, competed on Monday Night Raw. Get a few little spots, man. He's a stud, dude. This kid is badass, man. He was a former U.S. military veteran. He's a good dude, man. He's not no screw up. You know what I mean? I would consider him the Owen Hart of our area, our Midwest area. He's got a very good crew of guys. They're called the Death Threat Army.
Yeah.
And it's for this show, man. It's bringing the wrestling powers together to make something happen, dude. It's it ain't about us. It's the greater good. It's that's even more thing. It's you got to inspire, man. And I'm telling you, it's really the betterment of Indy wrestling. It's it brings us all together.
It does. It's our niche.
Yeah, dude. Last week, I wish I could seriously could have recorded the joy. It was joy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds weird, whatever.
Oh yeah.
But it's I'm serious, man. These people, they believe in us. They support us. They follow us. And that's something I think the wrestlers need to change. Come out there, man, and just put your hand on the dude's shoulder, bro. You don't got to, unless you're doing the 6 feet distancing. But it's tell them thank you. It's fine. It's okay. Those guys buy your fucking shit.
Yeah.
You can't get off your fucking ass and sign an autograph, dude. That's what that's about. Without them motherfuckers there, cheering you, booing you, whatever the fuck they got to do. Without them there, you better start appreciating them, because when they're gone, you see what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
This should have brought everybody together, because then you're dude, no crowd, right? You're sitting at home, fucking playing with your thumbs, watching Tiger King. You know what I'm saying? When you should, you should be out watching wrestling shows, wrestling. this is going to bring people together. I tell them.
I know. I mean, and we know what 2 shows are really are no audiences right now. You know.
It's like that's weird, man.
It really
Where's
is.
the magic in that? You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? They're getting through it. You know, the one.
I know. I get it. The thing is, I appreciate the reps. I don't want to I got to say that. I appreciate the reps. Yeah. But you realize what you won't learn without a crowd there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's only so much. You can go through the motions, you can do this, but when a live audience is there, things change.
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely. The pop is there. The pop is there. The real draw your eyes are glued to what you want to root for, and whoever's out in the ring, and what they do and shit. It's like, I mean, but but for our thrill of it, the deathmatch wrestling is something that we love.
Yeah. And, it's like make a connection. And I noticed that it was like Chicago and then our show's Horseland. It was like something that, it was like GCW, there was a vibe there in Chicago. And it wasn't just the wrestling. It was like the crowd appreciate each other. Like they're all friends. They get together every week.
They do. It's so crazy. Once this is over, man, I'm coming. Watch out. Stay tuned. I'll let you know,
Oh, man. Yeah. Dude, come see us. You know what I'm saying? Dude, come right up to me immediately, dude. Give me a hug, whatever. I don't care.
Fucking fly.
It's like,
I'll fly. I'll do it. I'll do it. I would do it. I got to support you guys because I'm a fan of death, and yes, I know a lot of the guys, which is really awesome, and a good guy. What is his name? His name's Cody. Cody. Shout out to Cody. He's an awesome dude.
Oh, Cody Hunter.
Fleming, I think his name is
Cody Fleming. Oh, yes. Yes. Well, see, that's the thing. That's funny you said. I said Cody Hunter's a fan, too. I just give a shout out to that guy. He's crazy, man. And that's what I'm saying. He's a good example of what I'm talking about. How do I know his name? Because I appreciated him. And the fact is, this guy buys our merch. He's, you know what I mean? He comes out and supports us. That ticket pays for these wrestlers. You know what I mean? That ticket keeps the platform going. And the guys need to appreciate the platform. And that's the whole humbling yourself. You know what I mean? I think this whole pandemic should literally wake people up and go, dude, man, I appreciate being a wrestler again. This is this is magic.
And you know what is good? And this is the way, we can't be there, but you know what? This is the way to do it. Talk it out. Talk to fans and listen to what they got to say. I wish this was more live. We'd get a lot more comments, but you know what?
Oh, yeah. I think the thing is we'll do a live one, I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying the thing is we need to make a connection here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to make a connection with those fans to bring them back. You better connect with them. You go down your friends list.
Yeah.
If he ain't a wrestler and he's a friend, just be like, dude, what's up, man? Thanks, dude.
Yeah. You're in that area. I know. If you're in a different state, go check it out. Go. I recommend it. And I talk about it. I mention Horse Slam a lot, which is awesome.
Right. Share indies. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Get over the fucking fact.
Which,
you know what I'm saying? Get over yourself.
Which I'm going to tell you right now.
Sharing each other's shit, man. What the hell?
Which I'm going to tell you, maybe I'll do later on, is I'm actually going to add you guys to my website. How's that, too? I'd like to.
I appreciate everything you guys do. I'm not kidding, man. This is real.
I'd like to put you
guys, dude. My old lady's thinks I'm insane. It's just I'm kind of on a spiritual awakening. It's crazy.
I'll put that on my list.
I
need to update this. I need to update this poster. I think I need to put some more names on there and take some old ones out. I'm thinking putting Horse Slam, take out some names and make it look snappy again.
Well, hopefully you'll be seeing my name a lot more. Not hopefully. I'm sorry. I should never say that again.
No.
You'll be seeing me everywhere, man. Yeah. I'm serious. I'm going to be everywhere. Trust me.
Oh, maybe. I think I know. I'm not going to say anything, but we talked about Matt before. Yeah, I think something's coming. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I'm ready to have some fun. I am. You know what I mean? It's dude, I'm training and preparing for these moments that I'm going to make.
Well,
and it's we already got leads. I got some wild stuff coming up. You wouldn't even believe it.
Let's talk about how that show was. How was it? I mean, really? How was it? Dude, fun.
It was wild. We did luck out on this location, but we're lucking out on all these locations.
I know.
Actually, because people are coming together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're reaching out. Use that social media as a network to reach out to your fans.
Yeah.
These guys, dude, I'm telling you, I know most of them are going to listen. They're going, oh, he's crazy.
Yeah.
no, dude, are you running shows?
Yes.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Are you guys running shows? Like, and then you can't answer that, and I'll say, well, you want to run a show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not that hard. We set a ring up, and we don't tell everybody where it's at.
Nope.
We'll secretly tell our fans. If the fans, you make that connection with them, then there isn't any, like, Karens are calling on us. There isn't any, like, commission that can mess with us.
No.
So it's an outlaw show. It's a very outlaw, but, like, it's like you got to be swift. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's not about like playing in a backyard or doing backyard wrestling. This is about like, you have to still support our tradition. You know, like this is not like a game.
No, it's just like it's just like an outdoor. It's like you're going to a fairground or something. You know, come on.
I can tell you, I would never want anybody to try to question my love for professional wrestling.
No.
Not be nice. You know, I've been wrestling for 24 years.
Yeah,
it's over half my life. 15 years I started traveling with the guy that trained me. You know what I'm saying? Denny Cass was like my inspiration. I'd seen the gyms of Dan Severn at 15 years old.
Oh wow!
I was wrestling with Scott D'Amore from Impact Wrestling at 16.
Oh shit!
Touching him out. I don't know if I should let that out because I think he still holds that one against me.
Right.
But it's a shoot. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was a good wrestler. I was really good. I was the golden boy, and I'm just gonna make this one count this time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to put the exclamation point because they can't call you a legend and they can't call you, you know what I mean? I can't call myself what I meant. I can't call myself a legend, and I can't call myself Hall of Fame. Somebody's got to bestow that honor upon you. You know what I'm saying? Like
that plaque will come one day, and the trophy.
I heard it though. You know what I mean?
The trophy will be there.
You know what I mean? I know I'm a little high energy.
Yeah,
but it's like, this is like for real.
This is real, man. Now let's talk about now talking about like legends and stuff. Who inspired you, man? Who was like growing up? Dude,
man,
like
I'll tell you why. It's weird. It's weird. My opinions on wrestling can filter so many different ways.
Right.
I started diving into different guys as I got older in the business.
Mm-hmm.
My real inspiration for wrestling is Hulk Hogan, man. I get smacked in the back of my head and at the dinner table for turning around like by my stepfather. You know, he's like an older man. You know, it's like pay attention to the dinner, you know, not the TV.
Yeah.
It was King Kong Bundy and it was the Bundy, Orndorff, and Hogan and stud where Orndorff turned on Hogan, you know, real quick. And that was my first dose of it. It was like, man, what is this? You know, and that was it. That's all I had to see. And I was fascinated, you know, and it was like just a chance moment. I was they had a show in Lincoln Park. Sabu, I think he wrestled Two Cold Scorpio. He broke the ring.
Oh shit!
I was like mesmerized by this guy, and I looked at my friend Rhino, and I didn't even believe at the time that I could actually be a professional wrestler. It was Terry Guerin, Rhino, you know, former ECW champ. He was like my kind of big brother at the time, you know. So I said, man, we were walking to 7-Eleven. I said, man, dude, you're just as big as Bret Hart. I remember saying that. I'm so hilarious, you know. I'm like, dude, it's funny. Like, you're just as big as Bret Hart. You should train. Well, he ended up going over to Windsor, training with those guys. I followed right behind him, and then like he followed us to Hamilton, Ontario, where I began to train. That was a 4-hour road trip. So I was doing road trips before I was even trained. It was fun, you know. And,
wow.
Yeah, Denny Cass would drive my trainer, so he like. There was like a huge like connection there. It wasn't like just a trainer though. He was a mentor, like a life coach. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy was an inspiring dude, man. Like he was like true blue, like family man. You know, so he taught me a moral code. You know, so I went down some crazy paths throughout this whole career, but I'm not my past. I'm telling you, like you know that was my inspiration. And it was like the guys I surround myself with, they all became legends, man. Like I used to sit in my bedroom with Christian and Edge and Joey Legend and Rhino. These guys would be in town in Detroit, and those were like my big brothers. You know, we lost touch throughout the years and all that. Yeah. It's like kind of like I can't wait to just kind of slap my five and say, hey, you know, look what I'm doing. You know,
it's like me, man. Cool. You know, it's like me at the shore, Jersey Shore. You know, you know how many guys are wrestlers and this and that. And Balls Mahoney was the local guy. Yeah, you know,
this is my buddy, man. He was my buddy too, man. That's cool.
Dude, I'm sure, and I don't know if you heard my story. I tell it to everybody. You know, when I was about like 18 years old, I worked in the dollar store, and this guy comes in. You know, and I didn't know about ECW or anything at the time. So he got me hooked.
And wild man, dude, comes in balls, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. And next door was actually wild because my friend was the Big and Tall store. Public Enemy would actually come in and fucking buy their clothes.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
So it's like, damn, I had like connections. And then I got to be good friends with Balls after, and Chris, of course,
Yeah, Chris was awesome. It was so G for me.
I still talk to his brother.
Chris Candido, man. If you ever tell him, man, his brother was my idol, man. Like, I wanted to be just like that guy. Mm. The way he moved, like that. Like, that's another thing. It was like it went from Sabu inspiring me, and when I was to be in the business, I was like, man, maybe I can do this, kind of thing like that. Like, and not just, you don't have to be 6'8" and 300 pound shit. You can do this.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And then it was like Sabu, and then it went from guys like him, like Benoit, like we'd study tape, man, and like Jacobs. You know what I mean? It was like Benoit and Sasuke, like those were our guys, man. Like me and Rhino, like used to watch that like religious. Mm-hmm. It's funny that
let me ask you this.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah. Let me ask you this: Who in Japan inspired you as well? There's so many good ones.
Ooh. Oh my god, dude! Let me give you in Japan.
Jun Kasai, of course. Jun Kasai, of course.
Oh, it's Sakuraba.
Yeah,
Sakuraba. I was in a gym with him, man. Like I sparred with Sakuraba's Green Boys. Mm-hmm. Like that Juri Matsui, he got knocked out in Pride. He got me like when I was a kid, but it was like weird, like it was like a mix. Like they do it like a mix over there. Mm-hmm. Like some of it's shoot, some of it's a work. And the weirdest thing was the green guys fights were legit. Mm-hmm. And then the MMA guys that did like UFC came in and they did business. Like someone would come and did the dinner, and it was like, dude, I would be like, I was mind fucked. I'm just a kid in high school. I'm like, what's going on here, guys? Why are they doing the ones that are work? And then there's like Paul Varlins and Orlando Veet from the first UFCs, like they were out there with me. It was an experience, man. It was definitely a life experience. Even I can't wait to go back. You know what I mean? 20 years, I'm gonna be fighting for my spot. As soon as I can get across the border in Canada, I set up a tryout, man, with in Windsor. Not a tryout, but it's basically, I think they're gonna kind of see if I still got something left. Mm. An old friend of mine, Joe Dorning, he's a Triple Crown champ, man. He's like a stud, dude. Like I did shows with him, so it was like I just reached out. I'm like, hey, what can I lose? I want to go back to Japan, and hey, man, I want a Riviera jacket.
You want that jacket, man. That's
I want the jacket. I want to hang out with like Mr. Danger, have a steak over there. Like I'm gonna do it.
He's I'll tell you what, Mr. Danger, man. He's one of my inspirations. He's really does it.
Yeah, dude, I tape studied him, man. I just recently tape studied him, and he was like, oh, I love everything he does, man. It was like that bodysuit of barbed wire is amazing. Mm-hmm. Like I want to come out that arm one time after this, like just to be like, dude, that's because of you, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna explode right now. Hold on.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome.
No, but like Onita as well, and fucking
Onita too. Yeah, Onita's another one. Jushin Liger,
Jun Kasai,
Great Muda.
Jun Kasai.
Yeah.
All
Jun Kasai is just a maniac. Dude, he's absolutely ferocious. I think he's ferocious.
Dude, those scars are real, man. Like you're looking at his face, you're looking at it, we've never seen him like, one-on-one. I'm like, holy shit.
Dude, he'd be a great character in a movie. You know what I mean? I don't know why.
I'm sure he has a couple parts in somewhere.
Yeah, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, do like a fight movie or something about wrestling. Mm-hmm. That's something I'm trying to do, like in the fall too. It's like I talked to this movie director, and I'm gonna try to do a little film. It's like the same director as that movie Wrestle Massacre. It's like a B movie. This guy's hype, man. He's really cool. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go to Virginia. We're gonna film. Like they had a bunch of ex-WWE guys on the Wrestle Massacre. I think it's like on Amazon, and like so it's something I'm gonna dive into. You know what I mean?
I might have to check that out. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's gonna be pretty neat.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Wrestle Mask. All right.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna be fighting, dude, and like trying to help a lot of the boys try to get in the part 2. He had mentioned it to me. I hope he was shooting with me because I'm super jacked. I'm like, dude. He's like,
well, you remember?
I'll definitely put you over. You know, I'm like, let's go.
Do you remember when they made that movie, The Pro Wrestlers with Zombies, and G Raver was actually
G Raver for a minute, and I don't know what happened. I had it on Blu-ray.
Me and him, I tell you what, when the first time I had him on my podcast, we talked about that movie. It caught my eye. Like, holy shit, you were in a movie.
It's a dope cover. You know what I mean? It's a dope. I never watched it though. Actually,
but at least he got himself. I mean, he's young though. Like, it's awesome to see him in his career. Like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah.
But you see like Sabu in the back, or like Shane Douglas and Piper. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking those.
That's dope. There's another one too that's out, a B movie. Mm-hmm. It's what is it? It's called like, I think it is called Deathmatch or something. It's like, mm-hmm. I believe it's like Dan Sutherland's in it, and like Kid Cash, and like a few of the guys, like Shane Douglas. I think even Al Snow, and it's like it's almost like they filmed like an OVW show. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, it's pretty weird, but it's like it's a cool idea. I think the concept of that is like great. I feel like DCW or even Horseland should do like that same concept, like film a movie, and like almost like it's a show too, like it's a live show. That's kind of basically the concept I was watching. Mm-hmm. Man, this is like a book indie show. Yeah, they made it into a movie. It's great.
Yeah, they need. I know, like a day in the life. Yeah, really, fucking go just film all day, all night. You know, shit. It'd be kind of fucking awesome.
It's great. Yeah, dude. The boys need to have fun again, man. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Let's be rock stars again, man. Let's have some fun. And, you know, we don't have to be like fucking, you know, we can check our egos, you know, and start helping each other a little bit. You know, we can travel a little bit. I think the guys need to get out and do that, man, live. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of guys are afraid to, like, leave the nest.
Yeah.
And I noticed this, and I feel like I'm going to have to lead by example and be like, well, I'm 42, and I'm sitting in Japan going, you know what I mean? Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm waiting for you.
Oh, hell, I'm up there with you in age. I'm 43, so hey.
yeah, man. It's, you know, like you're never too old. Like I remember wrestling Boogeyman, dude, and like I'm telling you, this guy's like 50 years old, and there ain't nobody I've seen yet. Even Schlack ain't built like that guy. He's 50. I'm like, whoa, this guy is like, and he just told me. I'm sure he's like, you know, like he's doing Bang Energy or whatever. But he's like a badass. Like you could tell that dude like work out. Like he is a badass.
He can work it, dude. And you know Casanova, of course. You know, big Casanova.
Cass is great, dude.
He
like,
really
that's
is.
One of my favorites, dude.
He's awesome.
I gotta put him over on here. What the heck did I not?
Fuck yeah! Shout out to him.
He was at the last show, right?
Yeah.
And he wrestled one of my guys. And I'm telling you, he was such a rock star ass like match. Like my guy's like a super punk. It's Chuck Stein, the dirty white boy.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like the Detroit, you know, he does this Detroit punk. Mm-hmm. He leads his guys, a couple, you know, a few of the rookies, and leading them. I actually trained him like at like 30 something. Well, he's already like literally beat Nick Gage. Mm-hmm. Like he was out, like we did this like thing on Horror Slam, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but like,
well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Reach out. Hey,
voted, like,
do me a favor and reach out to them for me. Give me a couple of guys, please. I'd love to have.
What's that?
Get me Chuck and give me a couple of guys. Send them my way, please.
Oh, definitely, man. Chuck would be so super psyched, man.
Yeah.
Like, Chuck needs to get out. Like, he's got, like, I'm like, bro, I told him last week, like, it's Saturday, actually, I wrestled him.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Chuck, I'm going to kick your ass tonight, but I'm telling you what, you're going to fucking do this. But you got to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Just get your ass out there, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he wants to do it, man. He wants to go to Japan. He wants to do all of this. But, I push these. You know, and I'm telling you, like Jeff King, the old timer.
Oh, good old Jeff,
man,
our friend.
I'm telling you.
That guy, yes. I'll tell you what, he could, you know, I'll tell you, first time I saw Jeff was at King of the Death, 2016.
Yes.
You know, and first time I talked to him, you know, it's the way that he presented himself and wrestled. Oh my God.
Yes, and I can give you the scoop on old timer Jeff King. Is we sort of like mapped out our own plan. Mm-hmm. I said, Jeff, do you want this, man? I said, you got to go above and beyond. You got to kind of step the game. You know what I mean? It was like, I was in a way mentoring him, you know, and I was like, just, you know what I mean? I kind of was so invested in him. I forgot about myself. And that's the thing. I'm a very unselfish person.
And nobody ever saw him, you know, and nobody ever seen him on the East Coast. So he got the chance, you know, when Matt had him come down. And you know what? The first thing he did was give me a fucking hug. Like, that's
old timer is just getting warmed up. Trust me.
I know.
Yes, he loves wrestling. He loves pro wrestling.
He does.
That guy is true blue. I'm telling you, there's not too many guys that have that kid's heart.
No.
Same with Chuck Stein, though.
Yeah.
There's another one. They're both heaters. I'm telling
you.
Yeah. You can shoot him with a cannon, and he'll come back wrestling. He does not, you know what I mean? No complain. Mm-hmm. You know, it's same with Casanova Valentine, man. That guy, man, I'm telling you, dude, he is. I don't know why a lot of people don't talk more about him either. He's a personality, and he can deathmatch wrestle.
Yeah,
and I know he can wrestle, dude. Like he's been like training videos on like Facebook.
Yep,
he's amazing, dude. He's doing through suplexes. He reminds me of like the old Greco-Roman stuff that my trainer Denny used to do, man. We'd have to drill that stuff to it and dance. It was like wild, you know.
So
he's a beast.
Let me ask you this: Who else is on the roster that we should know about? That's really like I don't know as much. I should really be studying more. As fans also should be checking out.
In the Horror Slam roster, is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Well, you know what? I know we mentioned them before, but honestly, man, like there's like kind of like 3 guys that we we adopted through like GCW, our family at GCW. It's like, man, like. Jimmy Lloyd, for one, like, dude, that guy stayed at my house so many times. Yeah, along with Slack and Nick Gage. Those 3 guys are part of us. You know what I mean? Like, they helped like step, like, kind of push the crew. You know what I mean? Like, they seen how good these guys were, and they're like, dude, we gotta step our game up. Yeah. And it raised our bar. And, it was just a different flavor of the month, and we needed this different energy in Detroit. And it was infectious. And it now. You know what I mean? It's like, man, like we've already had 2 shows here.
That's good.
Legitimately. I didn't tag them as Horror Slam, but yes, we've had 2 shows here. You know what I mean? So it's like we're hungry, man. These guys like are fighters.
Well, that's so awesome. I mean, it's like what they're ready, and you're so fucking pumped. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I can't just be there every time.
Yeah, I am fired up, man. It's like a lot of my people. I've had to apologize to them. Like my friends, I call them. I'm like, bro, yesterday, I didn't mean to seem so intense. I just feel like you could make it. Just will you fucking call these people? Like, just reach out, guys. Like, you guys are awesome. Like, I got another stud. He's not necessarily a deathmatch guy, but go on IWTV right now and watch the Dread King Logan take on Matt Justice. That dude. The Dread King Logan is legit a trained student of mine, and I mentor him to this day. Like, I get on him, you know what I mean? I'm grouchy with him, and he's a stud. He's pretty close to being as big as Slack, He's a stud. He likes Slack. He's motivated.
Well, you know what?
But,
you know what? You have to
keep an eye out for him.
Why don't you reach out to him for me also? How's that? Get this.
Definitely, man. He'd be super pumped, man. I'm telling him, I'm like, dude, once they see you, they're going to be like, whoa, he's like baby Rhino. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen the videos. I've seen the promos. I've seen promos.
Did you say hi to your dad?
I've seen his promos on what's his name? Cody's. So yeah, he's real good. He's like somebody people need to keep their eye on.
Yeah, let me give my shout out to Cody too, by the way. This guy pumps up the Michigan scene too. I think we literally pulled him in to the deathmatch thing. I believe this. You know what I mean? I know
he's so
I know they did it at the promotion, XICW across town a lot. They did a lot of hardcore stuff. We're a little more ultra violent. Like we kind of brought it up a little bit of a level. The glass, the light tubes, and fans bring whatever style. But I'm telling you, like Cody Fleming,
he's really
constantly constantly doing podcasts, constantly promoting the area, promoting the guys, and we made a fan. And same with the other guys too. There's another one, Pro Wrestling Edge. There's a podcast, and they're another one. I'll give them a shout out. They're my boys, dude. They're going on road trips with me, and they're going to film some stuff, and they've really been supportive. And it's just like you guys telling you, man. I won't forget this. Trust me.
Hey, listen. Awesome. Listen to this. I'll work with you if you want to work. We'll talk after. Seriously.
Definitely, man. Let's find us an undisclosed location. Hey, man, let's rock this out, man.
I mean, no, I'll help promote it. I mean, I'll help podcast it for you or whatever.
Oh man, yeah. Just even if you had we could do something that could bring some people together. If there's any causes out there that need help, maybe we try to do that and kind of inspire some kids to step up, and then from there we can move on. You know what I mean? I want to try to do that a little bit more. I think we can use the power of wrestling for a little bit of a difference maker. It's like, man, I'm not trying to sound weird or soft. But it's like, man, the world's getting a little ugly here, man. I like watching fights, and I like watching pro wrestling, and I think, man, it's like, let's get pro wrestling back, man. Let's make Indy.
We're thirsty. Hey,
let's
as I say, we're thirsty for blood every time. We're ready.
I'm thirsty for blood too. That's my buddy, man, Steve Rivera. Man, he's my announcer. That's his tagline. And then Chris Kohlenberg from the Toledo boys, man. He's like RPW, and dude, he's badass too, man. He's supporting it. Deathmatch Elite, Andrew Lawler, that guy supports the shit out of you guys. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? They always I love that love. You know, there's a connection. You know, like we're
all friends. We're all fucking friends, and it's which we want. You know, to bond, and it grows to family, which is awesome because we love the sport and it's an art that we support big time, and people don't realize what it is. You know.
Yeah, it's like hard to explain to any government commission. Like, yeah, this is deathmatch wrestling. Well, of course, you're not gonna be able to explain that to them. I don't want to have to.
You know how many times I tell this to everybody? I never tell my nephews what this is all about. I don't want them to know. Yeah. I don't want my nieces and nephews to know. They'll see toys and they'll be, you know, my little rubber figures, but I never tell them about the barbed wire and this and that. You know?
Yeah, we're adults. You know what I mean? This is like, I feel like the deathmatch scene is for those people that don't want the watered down version of wrestling.
But yet there's kids that support it. I mean, that's awesome. Their parents bring their
little kids fired up.
I know. But they just can't wear the Nick Gage shirts or it's, you know, when it could go to school.
I seen the video where Gage was rocking with the little girl. It was great.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I like to see, dude. He's cool as shit, dude. He's real.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh man, so many shows coming. We're just excited. We are, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm excited too, man. Yeah, just, you know what I mean? Like that. It's like we got so much going on, and make sure, like, just support the Wrestling for Wyatt show this Saturday. There should be a few, you know, we're trying to keep the seating a little bit down on this. We're not sure how the city's going to react, but you know what the thing is? Mm-hmm. No one's shutting us down. I wouldn't let them. You know what I mean? No. I'll stand in front of that gate. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is as outlaw as it gets. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, so it's going to keep getting infectious, and you'll see. Yeah. I can't wait. I got so many more surprises. I'm probably going to have to do another podcast with you guys the next few days.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm free, so
I absolutely love talking to you guys, man. You guys got me pumped, though.
You got me pumped, you know? You got me hyped.
Oh, yeah.
Glad I reached out to you finally. I know we were planning this for a while.
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I just got I'm chasing so many different directions.
Exactly.
Trying to just make connections, make it work. Like, I haven't slept, man. It's like sleep's overrated, I think, man. I wake up at 4:30 and I do this, man. And I'll sleep. Like, I go to bed 12:30, 1 o'clock sometimes, even later than that. 2 hours nap, boom, you know.
Back to work.
Yeah, man. It's like, this is my job now. And that's it. You know, it's my job my whole life, but I just never really embraced it. You know, It's like, man, I try to do little jobs and try to maybe take a break here and there, but it was never me, you know, never. I couldn't. I'm like, man, I'm a pro wrestler. Get out of here.
You're a pro wrestler. I'm a garbage man, you know? It's like, but no, I'm actually on a 30-day furlough right now. So I don't mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get a little break.
Yeah, you probably needed it, man. They're probably breaking your back, brother.
Hey, it's exercise for me every day. Come on, shit.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
You know?
Gotta stay moving, man. That's what I tell my guys. Just stay moving, stay focused. You know, you gotta just keep training. You can't sit on your butt. You know, then you know what I mean. This thing lifts or whatever. Even if you're waiting for it to be legal, you're gonna be out of shape. You're gonna be prepared. You ain't gonna be prepared for the race. You ain't gonna be ready for your moment. You know, so you gotta be ready.
It's like I want to climb the mountain already. I want to go hit those trails. You know, hike. I miss hiking. You know, that's something I want to do.
Yeah. Oh man, that's my thing. I'm gonna want to start getting into that a lot more. Like, I know when I make my way towards California, I'm definitely gonna do a hike trail in Cali for sure.
You should, yeah. I'm a big Colorado person, so yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That's another thing. I'm trying to reach out to those guys too,
Primo.
Joe. His name's Joe McDougal, the Primo's guy.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
I
know those guys.
It's like 15 minutes from my relatives. I'm like, shit, I should go. You know.
Hell yeah, man.
So much wrestling. We're spoiled. I know. We just too much wrestling. If we ever bucket list the places to go, and you know, we're gonna get there.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Maybe I'll bring you along for a ride one time, man. We'll stop, come get you, brother.
Yeah, right. There you go. Road trip. We'll make a documentary.
Road trip, brother, with Breyer Wellington, man.
Yeah.
I might get you in trouble. No.
I think we all would get in trouble. I've been there before. You know what? You want to hear a story? I tell a story till this day. When me and my friends were traveling all the way to, for the 2016 King of the Death matches. We had the fan Kevin Hogan, who was real popular. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you heard that name. But anyway, we all packed in a car. We go to a gas station. and fucking, and we stop at a gas station, and we go into the gas station, with picking out whatever we wanted to drink and eat and snacks and stuff. Well, Kevin, he gets a call from Devin Moore, and he fucking gets a blade. He buys a blade, dude, and we're out in the car, and he's fucking swinging around at my friend, at fucking Andrew, fucking the photographer dude. He's that cool dude.
Yeah.
He's a good people. And so he's like sitting in the front seat waving a fucking knife around. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, Kevin? Just moments like that, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I could give you some stories I could tell you. Yeah. Oh my God, that's for another one though.
All right, stay tuned for that one, fans. But Breyer, I want to say thank you so much, and feel free to plug these events. And I'll put them out. I'll retweet them. I'll put them out there too. I'll grab.
I know. Maybe you can help me do that. You can teach me how to tweet people.
Or I'll grab the stuff for you, and I'll
I appreciate
I'll reshare it. How's that?
Guys, man. Much love, man. Let's do this again.
Just feel free to say some wrestling, whatever's coming. I mean, plug something.
Hey, man. The show for Wyatt, the undisputed, undeniable, undisclosed location show. Wrestling for Wyatt, man. Wrestling for Wyatt. We need to pull together the powers of wrestling, man. We're going to pull it together for this little boy, man. He's sick. He needs me. He needs us. We're going to make it happen, man. We're going to make him some money. You can go on his GoFundMe. You can go on Aaron O'Ryan's Facebook or my Facebook, Breyer Wellington. There should be a link where you can either send some money for the GoFundMe to help take care of this little boy. He's fighting, man. He as soon as he's done fighting with this fight, he has another one. He's going to be going for some chemo. So he's got a tough road ahead of him. And I think we're going to seriously, man, we're going to make this happen for this little boy. We're make him, a little more comfortable, and we're going to raise it up, man. Powers of wrestling come together. Wrestling for Wyatt this Saturday at the undisclosed location. Personal message me or Rachel Green if you're interested, and come out and support us, man. Hey, and we're going to reset the game. You ready? Wrestling reset.
Wrestling reset for Horror Slam's back, motherfuckers.
Horror Slam, baby. We're coming back with a vengeance, baby. Oh my God.
But if fans want to go on it and check it, I always tell them, go check it out on IWTV and check it out.
But pay for the TV. You can go on Smart Mark Video. We got 3 videos on there you can buy. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, a lot of them I loaded them up because I knew the fans needed something special. Mm-hmm. Some of our DVDs feature guys like Josh Alexander from Impact Wrestling to Nick Gage to even Nick effing Gage, baby, mm-hmm. The Rhino to Schlack to myself. The old timer Jeff King and all the stars of Horror Slam. Check it out, IWTV and Smart Mark Video, man. Give us some love, maybe pick up a tape or do the video on demand. And I appreciate the love. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, personal message me. You're going to see the undisclosed location shows. And they're going to be everywhere. It's going to be infectious. I'm coming to your town or your state. We're going to make wrestling great again. Indy Pro Wrestling. Support us, man. We need you. Let's make this. Hey, we need a change, guys. Wrestling reset, brothers. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on, and I'll talk to you soon. Yep. Have a good night. Wow, fans, that was awesome. That was really a hype conversation tonight with the one and only Breyer Wellington of Horror Slam. He's pumped. He's super pumped. He's got a lot of shows coming up that are, as he said, unclosed location. And, that's what's going on. They're hidden from the people not to see in public. Little shows are popping up everywhere. But fans, thank you so much for listening tonight. And stay tuned. What do I got going on this week? Oh, my gosh. What do I got coming up? I have to check my list of people to podcast. Give me 1 second, fans. I have so much coming up this week. It's a busy week in wrestling. That's right, fans. Check it out. I'll be on live on the Everett Lee show as we're going to be doing a independent block party, wrestling party. It's going to be awesome. It's featuring Robin Nelson of Wrestle PodCast, Jimmy Baxter of Pro Wrestling Magic and the Rube Opinions podcast, and also, of course, the one and only David C. Russell of Deathmatch Russell podcast, and your host of the Everett Lee Show, Everett Lee of the Everett Lee Show. Tune in, fans, for the roundtable discussion and surprise guest that would be joining the group with the discussion, and a Q&A from Roundtable for the guests, and much more. Fans, that's going to be on Sunday, 6/14 at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, EST, 11 a.m. PT, live on the Everett Lee live on Facebook on the Everett Lee Show podcast, sponsored by Podcast City Network. For all your podcast needs, there's a lot of new podcasts on the market, and I can't go through them all, but go log on to go type it on Facebook, Podcast City Network. There's a lot of podcasts and much more. Fans, have a great night. It's almost the middle of the week. My God, I'll talk to you soon, fans. Thank you for listening. Have a good night, everyone. You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media: deathmatchrussell.com, follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32, and on Facebook, facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32.
Instagram at DavidNJ36.
Hey, wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level, a symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code Deathmatch Russell Podcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion.
Me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net, facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can hear Deathmatch Russell Podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.